In this episode, I'm going to take a look at an often overlooked resource that most of us have some of, and there's some that have a lot of it. But I think if you're going to play the Land 2.0 game, you're going to want a lot more than what you have. If this intrigues you, please stand by. Welcome back, all you Splinterheads. Thanks for dropping by. Bronze Dragon here with another installment of coverage aimed at preparing for Land 2.0. I was doing a video a week back, and I will link it in the show notes if you're interested and didn't watch it. And the whole idea behind that episode was really the whole idea of being self-sufficient in the Land 2.0 game, and how I feel ultimately most people will not be able to do that. And for that matter, the game was designed for that to not really happen. Of course, if you're on the top end, you have a lot of money into the game invested in the land game, yeah, you'll be able to do that. But for most cases, us little guys will not be able to do that. But during that preparation and going through that, a little thing kind of stuck in my mind. The whole idea around building buildings and then advancing those buildings, leveling up those buildings. Let's jump over here to the white paper in the section that, and I'll leave a link if you don't happen to have these links. This is the section of the white paper about buildings in Land 2.0. Now, keep in mind, we don't have any hard numbers, so I'm just talking in, just kind of the 30,000 foot view of this and very loosely. But one of the things I wanted to bring up was the fact that when you build a building and or advance the level of that building, it's going to require DEC or vouchers, okay? As well as some other specified materials such as stone, metal bars, wood, things like this nature. Okay, we don't have any hard numbers. We theorized about them in my last video, but the thing that kept coming back to me when I was thinking about this is the whole vouchers idea. Now, they've used this in the past, and the use case for vouchers is to reduce the amount of DEC that you have to pay for a particular cost, right? Okay. And in the past, they've given us pretty good value for those vouchers, right? Because these vouchers, we all know, are kind of piling up, and there have been some use cases over time, but overall, they're kind of sporadic. I think that they're, in this case, they are building a very strong use case potential for vouchers into the game. And I wanted to bring it up because at this point in time, vouchers are kind of very reasonable price. I looked over there, and let's jump over here to Hive Engine. And when you look at them, the one thing that stuck out to me is they may be reasonable priced, but there's not a whole lot of liquidity. Look at this, 770, 229, 6. If you added all these up, it would be less than 500, So while there's low liquidity, I do feel that we have plenty of time to prepare for this until Land 2.0 goes live. But my main point being that vouchers will be an option to reduce your DEC cost on building buildings, as well as they don't call it out specifically in this paper. They do call it out as far as originally building the building. However, leveling up the building, they don't specifically call out vouchers. However, they do say that the same materials or same resources used to build the buildings will also be used to level up the buildings, okay? And obviously, probably in different quantities. I don't know if it's going to be linear, 10,000, per level, or if first level is going to be 10,000 DEC and then the second level is going to be 20,000, what have you. That could get really expensive really fast, but that's beside the point. The call out is here. I think there is good value in, I'm not saying jump on the bandwagon and scoop up this is not investment advice, scoop up all the vouchers you can find, but I can say that if you hold a decent amount of plots of land, I would say any amount of plots of land would benefit from having some vouchers to use to build the buildings and to level them up at this point. Obviously, the more plots you have, the more buildings you're going to build, the more use case you would have for more vouchers. Now, There are some people, especially on the higher end, especially if you have a node or other things that are drawing in more vouchers, especially like if you've had a lot of SPS staked over the years and you're drawing a lot more vouchers than what I am, you might have a lot of stock piled up and you can go ahead and use that. That's fine. But for like me, I have like 1,000 and I haven't sold any of them. I've been using them for packs once in a while, but I've kept all of them I've earned, and I still don't think that with my 12 plots of land, that's going to be enough down the road when I eventually want to get, a building on each one of those, plus get the building up to level 10 on each one of those to maximize production, right? Now, that's my main point. The sub point to that is going to be maintenance. Now, if you scroll down to the maintenance, we talked about this in the prior video as well. They call out that the maintenance, monthly maintenance, is going to be a small portion of the resources that you used to build that building and level it up. Okay, so, and it doesn't call it out, but the maintenance is going to probably involve some sort of DEC costs. So there's also the possibility that could be offset with vouchers. Obviously, nothing's set in stone, but it's another use case because maintenance is going to be another big charge, right? They say small percentage, whatever that works out to be, it's still something in the end that you have to account for. And in my eyes, you also have to prepare for. So that's been a short bit on, I think, what works out to be another use case for vouchers and bringing more value to vouchers, which is good because those people who are sitting on a lot of vouchers need that value because they invested in the game. And thus far, there's been moderate value placed on vouchers. But like I said, it's been sporadic. Okay, that's it for me tonight. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, and I will see you on the flip side.